God is merciful, and I had another chance in life, but I'm afraid to take it. Glass half full mentality, but I'm afraid I'll break it. I keep listening to my doubts, y'all. I'll never be ready. All the issues in my mind are just too hot and too heavy. Too hot to touch, too heavy to lift. Now I can't move past this condemnation that I spit. Sought shelter from life's storms, but the safe house was just a pit. And now I'm waiting for the answer to the question of how much worse can it get? I mean, how can God give me a gift and not take it back? When he sees clothes stained with the failures of yesterday on my back. When he sees my dysfunction and all that I lack. When he sees my instability and all of my cracks. Wow. When I couldn't even spit a line in the right tempo. When I was working so much that I wasn't doing right by my own kinfolk. When he opened the door, but I kept slamming into a window. When he's holding on tight, but I'm the one trying to let go.
All right. Come on now. Come on.
See, I gave the college try, and I put in extra hours, and I prayed the prayers of faith, and I asked for extra power. I fall asleep on my Bible, tears smudging on pages, because my hands have dug a grave that I'm just about to lay in. See, that was the state of my union, no fronting on that. I was crying out to a God that just didn't seem to talk back. But I know that he hears me. He just calls for more maturity. See, that's the thing that I struggle with. Even though as though he's placed it inside of you and inside of me. That was where I was. No punches to be held. And I just prayed, God, lead me as I press on through this hill. See, I was saved all my life. I was one of those people. When they say, I know you've been saved all your life, I was one of those people that they talk about. But one of the things I learned about being saved all my life, the first thing I learned, I ain't been saved all my life. And so God says, you got to move. You got to get out of this. You got to step out of this. But go ahead, start the first track. Go ahead, get out of that. But every step I took to try to move forward, every step I tried to take to get better, to mature, to do what I needed to do, every time I tried to take a step forward, to look a little more like God, to look a little bit more like other Christians, I always felt like I had these problems, and I was being fucked by myself, by the enemy. This is exactly what I heard every single time I tried to take a step forward. I'm glad you finally had some time to sit and talk to me. Because it seems like lately you have been avoiding me. And I don't know just what I did to make you act this way. And to make things better, I just don't know what to say. I saw the book of letters that you have been reading, and it worries me. It has me wondering what is happening to us. Nothing used to break us. Now someone's separating us. So I just gotta know, who is this God? Who is his son? Who is this spirit that's trying to take you from the one who's been with you ever since day one? How come you turned your back on me? You just gotta help me see why. After all this time, why the change and why this goodbye? Can we go back to all of the good times? I gotta make a desperate plea, 'cause you're becoming a stranger to me. I don't know why you don't have time to sit and talk to me. I've been good, I see the road you're taking, and it's killing me. Trusted me more than you trusted anybody else. And now you treat me as if I'm hazardous to your health. You never gave me sufficient reason of why you're saying bye. You just keep talking about the fact that you have to crucify. I said just give me a chance and I will change all my ways for you. But you're content to destroy my heart by walking with someone new. Who is this God? Who is this spirit? And who is this spirit that's trying to take you from? Ever since day one, the one that's had you back from the very start. Gotta help me understand. After all this time, more than anybody else. Now you're trying to open that Bible. You're trying to be different. Talk about Jeremiah, the heart is desperately evil and wicked. The 2 Corinthians says that we're made new. You're trying to get rid of me and cut me out. But scripture's contradicting what you said. I'm done.
Who is this guy?
Hey, I'll ask you one more time. Who is this God? What makes him so good that you would end it with me? That you would end it with me? How could you turn your back on me? Tell me, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I've never betrayed you. I've never deserted you. Hey, I gotta make this clean. Let me tell you something. You're never leaving me. I'm never leaving you. You won't get rid of me. You turn around every day, every night. I'll be right there. Every single time I cracked open the Bible, every single time I listened to worship music, every single time, that was what I heard, that was what I struggled with. God's spoke and said, transition. And I'm like, Lord, I don't need no prosperity preacher right now. I don't need none of that. And he said, you think I'm talking about location. You think I'm talking about money. You think I'm talking about this. I'm talking about an internal transition.
Come on.
Internal transition. So I said, all right, how do we do this? He said, get out your feelings. Collect your thoughts. I said, collect my thoughts. He said, yeah. Collect your thoughts. You're thinking about this. You're thinking about that. You're thinking about that. You're thinking about that. It's all over the place. You gotta wrangle that in. Go out and get it. Bring it back in. Yo, take a look over there. Over there. I see a couple thoughts with the world and its hair. It seems like lately I've been going crazy. Trading down line for some thoughts that'll haze me. Praise me, amaze me, make me walk shaky. And second guess responsibilities on the daily. And wonder if the God that said he would raise me never really thought in his mind he would save me. Work overtime all the time, never home, just to keep all of the collecting songs on my phone. I say that I'm blessed with a 9 to 5, but my 9 to 5 takes my 24, 365. I spend my off day trying to rest and relax, cause in just a half a day I gotta go back. And this is what I traded on my choice, but this is what I traded all the time with my band for. This can't be the promised land. Now I understand rest and redemption and found in your loving hand. I ain't gotta kill myself just to sustain myself. You supply all my needs for my flesh on the shelf. And never let you find myself lost in you. Thought collection of the way, bring my heart down to you. Step 1, activate. God, I need you every day. Now I give my all to you. You don't belong to short delay. Love to the left, love to the right, love to the front, and love to the back. I find that I don't really have my mind. There's some over here and some over there. I'm so unstable and praying to the cares of this life. I gotta collect my thoughts. Over there, I see a fine shorty with a ton of my hair. She got them on her hips and her chest right region. She even got them chilling on the very ring finger. I'm lost in the thought that I'm old for a baby, but I ain't got a wife, I ain't even got a lady. Concerned and distressed, I'm single and 40 or 50 makes me walk over to the girl quickly. A couple months later, it's never gonna work. I think she's selfish, she thinks I'm a jerk. And so we break it off, I'm alone once again, and I find consolation in some internet sin. But I'm done crying and I'm ready to listen. The spirit sees I'm open and he drops a life lesson. God never gives you who you want, he gives you who you need. And you find who you need is who you want. Ain't that right, Joe? Ain't that right? You get who you need. When you stop worrying, collectors go all over the world to bring in what they get, what they want. You gotta go out, get your thoughts, bring them back in. So that's what they should be with. If I look to the left, look to the right, look to the front, and look to the back, I find that I don't really have my some over there. I'm so unstable and prey to the cares of this life. Pleased with the road that I'm walking. My road is sure, man, I won't be falling. And if I'm falling, it's more like a tumble. I'm on a firm path, he reduces into stumbles. And stumbles have lessons, and lessons are great. I'm growing in his ways, and I'm growing in his race. We're on a steady pace, man, I'm in the right place. The prize for this race is I'm gonna see his face. But none of this will happen if my mind is scatterbrained. Double-minded, walking double jointed in my mind frame. My mind like the sea, and its waves always breaking. Reaching for the shores, but I never will attain it. My mind that is lost in the world, and it scares, has to bear all the scares, and it shares and it spares, and it's there with the folks always sending up prayers. And it's in the game that they never can care. If I look to the left, look to the right, look to the front, and look to the back, I find that I don't really have my mind. And some over here, and some over there. I'm so unstable and prey to the cares of this life. I gotta collect my loss. Burn your bridges. I said, burn your bridges. He said, we hold on to things and people that weigh us down. They hurt us. The old saying goes, don't burn your bridges. But trust there's some bridges in your life that do need to be burned. Yeah, so get to it. Yeah, burning bridges in my life. People wonder about the negative. But what about the bridge burning that is positive? What about the bridges leading to my past? All the words from the people that believe I wouldn't last. What about the hate I feel from a past hurt? And all the warnings that my life could only get worse? Should I be the bridge standing that provides access into my heart for the trouble that is so demanding? I ain't burning folks' roof from it. I'm super please your lights on so they can hold me. They hold me down even though they know my life story. A true testament to God's great love moment. But every plan they to hurt and do things for me. All the sin and the pride that will come to slow me. I set the demolition barricades as a warning. They're coming down in my life and that's the end of burning bridges in my life. People focus on the negative. But be careful about the things that you're letting in. Taking care of the folks that are pouring in. Deny access to those that are shipping sin. Make a path that is steady, continuing. For all the people that are trying to live it God's way. But at the Lord set the dynamite will blow away. In the excess, the battle is the hardest way. I can't forget responsibilities that are mine. Concerning people that are driving on the other side. They got their own lives that they gotta let it tight. That means I gotta keep it straight and let it right. That means walking in the ways that I tell them working. They believe in their life, cause I know surely that they standing at their own gates watching closely. And that sets them in, and even Dutch sharpening out. If I found a dangerous cargo on my person, delivering things in the world that will only worship. That's how I set myself up for the eventual burning. I really pray that you will listen in and you will learn it. That you promise to Zion and so excited how you will get them to shut you out. That's how you will look around and see the explosives and take and you'll understand. You just lost a friend, you lost the help of burning bridges in my life. People focus on the negative, but be careful about the things that you're letting in. Taking care of the folks that are pouring in. Deny access to those that are shipping sin. Make a path that is steady will continue. For all the people that are trying to live it God's way. But let the Lord set the dynamite and blow away. In the excess, the battle is the hardest way. Things that he brought up for me. Collecting your thoughts, burning those bridges. 3 years after that.
Already good.
3 years after that, actually 2 years. I had another life point. It's a little different. Addressed to myself, definitely addressed to the devil. Definitely. And it goes a little something like this. You're making a mistake if you really think I'm heartbroken. That means my heart's broken. And I'm done with all the dreaming and the hope. But on the contrary, the ashes of my disappointment carry a smoldering heat. And Christ's resurrection compels me to get up on my feet. The fact and perception that he's Lord and he's King makes it possible to stand and impossible to leave my feet. Well, except for when he's flexing, then I gladly take a knee. It says Christ is 24/7 swole. You know what that means for me. See, on my own, another chance in life is the perfect time for me to fail. I live in bitter depression as the boat to a better life sets sail. I blame others for the creation of my own self-imposed jail. And I'll give Satan way more credit than he deserves as I sit and begin to tell of all the times that he's tried to tempt me, shortchange me, and break me. Instead of manning up to the truth that I'm not just a puppet, my future's really up to me. See, I believe God walked my path and set provision skillfully. Life and godliness at different points just for my maturity. I walk this road with the Spirit's wisdom guiding me, enabled by grace to love and obey my Lord faithfully. And in the times when it gets rough and things get tough for me, when I make a mistake or the path gets too tough to see, I know that my God is there to encourage and correct me. Give me the things I need to strengthen my feeble knees. Beating up flesh like Rocky preparing for Apollo Creed, and pressing on amped up with the Spirit shouting strong side right next to me. I got another chance in life because my Father is merciful. Glass half full mentality, but it's cool because he'll make you full. I get doubt, but I keep walking contrary and into the presence of the Lord where his glory is just so heavy.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you love me, and I press until I see thee. Let the life of Christ be lived out just to complete me, and set me next to the highest name in the realm heavenly.
Yeah.
That's the only real aspiration worth pursuing, you feel me?
Yeah.
So this is where I am. I'm aware of my flaws, but I'm forever lost in worship because my God erased them all. And moving me past all this legalistic right and wrong and into the everlasting life he gives the one and all. Let me say that one more time. I said, this is where I am, fully aware of my flaws, but forever lost in worship because my God erased them all. And moving me past all the legalistic right and wrong and into the everlasting life he gives to one and all. This is the last thing, and I'm done, I promise. I promise. The one thing that he's holding on, that he keeps impressing, is that he doesn't